I've talked about various ancient and legendary relics from history, artifacts like the Holy Grail, the Cross of King Arthur, and other items from film history such as the Cross of Coronado, the Map of Hamunaptra, the mystical Hindu Sankara Stones, the headpiece of Ra, the ancient key to the Temple of the Fifth Element, or the Chachapoyan Fertility Idol. Today we're looking at the main reason for Indiana Jones' quest in 1936, the Ark of the Covenant. Hi, I'm Rob, and this is A Constantly Racing Mind. I've given the background for the Ark of the Covenant before, so I'll try to recap briefly. If you're new here, we cover the film genres of sci-fi, horror, action-adventure, prop culture, and all things geek. So if you want more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be aware of all my videos. In 1981's Raiders of the Lost Ark, we join Indiana Jones on his quest to find, capture, and return the Ark of the Covenant mentioned in the Torah, which is in essence, the Jewish Bible or the Christian Old Testament. Now, according to the film, government agencies informed Jones and Marcus Brody that they believe that his old mentor, Abner Ravenwood, has located the resting place of the Ark in the ancient lost city of Tanis in Egypt. Now, you can refer to this video over here on the staff to learn about the connection that George Lucas and Steven Spielberg made with Tanis. But let's talk about the Ark more specifically. Now, for both Jews and Christians, the idea of the Ark of the Covenant is a deeply profound concept that is close to the roots of their faith. Now, the term Ark has several meanings. In general, an Ark is something that affords protection and safety. So, Noah's Ark protected and sheltered the remains of humanity, and the Ark of the Covenant sheltered and protected the Ten Commandments as handed down by God to Moses and the fleeing Israelites. So when the Israelites were encamped for 40 days at the bottom of Mount Sinai, while Moses was at the summit talking with God. Oh, come on now. Haven't you gone to Sunday school? Now, God gave his people 10 commandments to live by. Obviously, something was already amiss by the time Moses huffed it back down the mountain. Now, the Israelites feared that Moses would not return and demanded that Aaron, his brother, make them a god to go before them. Now, the people had already rebelled against God and built an idol in the shape of a golden calf. Now, after throwing down the tablets in disgust, Moses curses the Israelites and has to get another copy of the tablet. Then, Moses commanded chief artisan Bezalel and Eliahab to construct the ark. The ark should be made of shittim wood, also known as acacia wood. Now, they measured things in cubits back then. Now, 2.5 cubits in length, 1.5 cubits in breadth, and 1.5 in height, which is approximately 131 by 79 by 79 centimeters, or 52 by 31 by 31 inches, or just over 4 feet by just over 2.5 feet high. Then it is to be gilded entirely with gold, and a crown or molding of gold is to be put around it. 4 rings of gold are to be attached to its 4 corners, 2 on each side, and through these rings staves or shittim wood overlaid with gold for carrying the ark are to be inserted, and these are not to be removed. And a crown or molding of gold is to be put around it, with a golden lid, the caporet, translated as mercy seat, or cover, which is covered with 2 golden cherubim, is to be placed above the ark. Now the ark traveled with the Israelites as they camped in the Sinai desert for 40 years, and then Joshua took the ark at the head of the army as they conquered the land of Canaan, as the story goes. It was stolen by the Philistines for a while until they brought it back. Now bad things happened to them because of their possession of the ark. Finally, David brought it to Jerusalem and kept it in a fabric tabernacle until the time of Solomon. And then Solomon built a temple to house the ark. Now, when the Babylonians conquered Judah in 587 BCE, some believe that Josiah, the king of Judah, stored away the ark, along with a jar of manna, a jar containing the holy anointing oil, the rod of Aaron, which budded, and a chest given to Israel by the Philistines. Now, others think that it was just taken away to Babylon by Nebuchadnezzar. No, not that Nebuchadnezzar, this Nebuchadnezzar. So we really don't know where the ark is, if it ever existed, or if it still exists. Now, there have been some speculation beyond Raiders of the Lost Ark as to where it may be. Some say it may be at Mount Nebo, Others think that the Ark may be held in Axum, Ethiopia. French author Louis Charpentier claimed that the Ark was taken to the Chartres Cathedral by the Knights Templar. Another theory has it that the Ark was taken from Jerusalem to the village of Rennes-les-Châteaux in southern France. Others say the Ark of the Covenant was said to have been kept in the Basilica at St. John Lateran, surviving the pillages of Rome by Alaric I and Gaiseric, but lost when the Basilica was burned. At the turn of the 20th century, British Israelites carried out some excavations at the hill of Tara in Ireland looking for the Ark of the Covenant. There they were stopped before they destroyed the hill. Now, I got this from Toscano Designs off of Amazon. I haven't bought anything from them before, so I'm kind of anxious to see how this turns out. Now, I was considering a 3D print as well, but I'm also contemplating how to go about a life-size version. As I was selecting this item from the internet, I noticed that the rods of this thing are at the bottom as opposed to near the top, as in like in the Indiana Jones film. So, this item is about 11.5 inches long by 4 inches deep by 7 inches in height, which is about 29.2 centimeters in length, 10 centimeters in depth, and 17.8 centimeters in height. And that's with the cherubim lid on the mercy seat. And this thing weighs almost about 2 pounds. Now, the mercy seat is supposed to be where Yahweh is supposed to appear, somewhere above here. Now, the description says that this is a handmade cast using real crushed stone, if you want to believe that, bonded with durable resin, and is finished with a faux gold gilding. Now, to me, this looks really nice, and the gold looks, decent. There's no real ornamentation on it, but this nice little pattern. Now, on the interior of the bas-relief is commandment stones with the second commandment and part of the third commandment, and I guess it's supposed to be a replica of the broken tablets. Unfortunately, it's in English. It should be in Hebrew or Proto-Hebrew, but that, what can you do? There's also a relief in the bowl, a relief of a bowl of manna and Aaron's budding staff, as I mentioned before. Now, while I'm considering a full-size build, I'm looking at golden armor for a kit that they have. That basically you build a box and you put the kit together. You paint it all gold, and it's a plastic pieces that will actually do kind of fill out your replica. Now, as far as a representation of the Ark to help round out my Indiana Jones collection, I like this. I like this Ark a lot for that because it doesn't take up much room and fits on my shelf. So let me know what you think about my Ark of the Covenant. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think about the whole video. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, slam the thumbs down. Make sure you hit subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure that you're aware of all my new uploads. So, take care.